Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Francis of Next of Sports Talk back at you with another one. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy the content, and definitely leave your comments below on the videos that we be putting right here on Nets Up Sports Talk. This is the post-match review. Jamaica versus Mexico. Mexico beat Jamaica 1-0. Is there a lack of trust and belief, not only in one another, but in the system in which Coach HALLGRIMSSON is putting tactically for the players to execute? Those are some of the things that I want to talk about here in this video today. Thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for another one, because without him, none of this would be possible. Shout out to each and every one of you that continue to like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and definitely leave your comment below, because I'll be commenting back and forth with you, and I really enjoy the back and forth in terms of sharing ideas and thoughts when it comes to the improvement of our beloved Reggae Boyz. Now we get into it. This game was a game of ebb and flow. Started off the game with a strong defensive back. The formation, the belief between Dexter Lambakisa, Deshaun Bernard, Ethan Pinnock, and Greg Lee, and you add in the mix a Joel Latiboder, was quite sensational to see early on in this game. The double team in between Greg Lee and Ethan Pinnock on the left side, and the double team in between Deshaun Bernard and Dexter Lambakisa on the right side, sensational. Sensational. And so add in the sweeper. He was playing the sweeper position because he was cleaning up everything back there and making sure that everybody was organized in Joel Latiboder there. They played a sensational back four or back five, depending on the attack of the Mexican team. I just want to point out a few things that I seen during this game. Some of the things Coach HALLGRIMSSON talked about it in his post-match press conference, where 72,000 Mexican fans mixed with Jamaican fans inside the stadium. It was loud. Was the moment too bright for the Reggae Boyz? That's the question that's to be asked. Was the moment too bright? The reason why I say this is because we started out moving the ball, sharing the ball with one another in the first half. We defended well. Didn't really give ourselves too much opportunities in the attacking side of the game. But not conceding is a positive, especially with the first half. But I'm not sure between the midfield, between Casey Palmer, Bobby Reed, Michael Antonio, Demarai Gray, Shamar Nicholson, that there was much belief and much trust that they can go ahead and score on this Mexican team, because Jamaica hasn't beaten Mexico in years. So tactically on the defensive side, Coach HALLGRIMSSON did a good job of making sure that the players understood what they needed to do, understood the assignment, understood the shape they needed to have to prevent the Mexican teams from getting goals early on in the game. When you look at it, Waite did a fantastic job supporting the back line when there was breakdowns from the Mexican attack. So it's crazy. If you reach this far in the video, go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button. If you see me looking down, I got my notes here because I got to write my notes down in order for you to understand where exactly I'm coming from, and so I don't miss anything. The build-up play for me wasn't there tactically. I didn't see a build-up play from the midfield to the final third. In other words, I didn't see a build-up play between Casey Palmer and Bobby Reed. There was no cohesiveness. There was no togetherness in that midfield to then now supply the winger, which was on the left was Demarai Gray, and on the right was Shamar Nicholson. You could tell Shamar Nicholson was playing out of position. Shamar Nicholson, no, Michael Antonio is one of those players that are going to pick up the ball on the wing and 1v1 use skill or pace to take on a player. So tactically, I felt like Coach Hallgrimsson failed in that regard. The 2 forward lineup that you went with, okay, but where's the support? Where's the support? Where's the build-up play? I didn't see any build-up play. Demarai Gray definitely looked like a player that was out of shape. For an impactful player like Demarai Gray, he wasn't very impactful at all in this game. A lot of walking. I didn't see a lot of explosive play. I didn't see a lot of support of Michail Antonio or Shamar Nicholson. When he got the ball, when he didn't get the ball, I didn't see much tracking back. I didn't see much support defensively. So again, support. I'm not sure that they believe in each other in the way that they want to play the game, in the way that they've done it on the training pitch. Not sure that they believe in that. In the first half, it seemed like Bobby Reid was pressing a little bit more than you'd want your strikers to. Yes, we know Shamar Nicholson knocked his head in the first half. To me, it looked like a mild concussion or a concussion. He might not have had it. That's how it looked for me, watching from where I'm watching from. But I wanted to see more togetherness between Bobby Reid and Casey Palmer sitting there in that midfield with the build-up play, so we can get into an attacking formation to create some chances. I didn't see much ball swinging. I didn't see much through balls. We didn't create as much chances with the type of athleticism, speed, and skill. I didn't see that attacking juggernaut that I know the Reggae Boyz can be if put in the right position. Why does it seem like there's a lack of trust and belief between these players on the pitch? That's the question. On the pitch, off the pitch, they might have camaraderie, but on the pitch, believing that if you move the ball, be in the right positions, the flick-ons, the non-verbal cues, I didn't see that again. I seen it from the defenders, but I didn't see it from our attackers. From the middle of the park to our attackers, I did not see that in the first half. Now, again, I said we didn't concede, which is a good thing, but again, we need more. We need more. The right wing of the field was pretty much out of question. Nothing was happening over there. Shamar Nicholson needs to be in the front of the goal. Michail Antonio needs to be in front of the goal. I don't want Shamar Nicholson on the right side there. You could have used either Cephas or Kaheem Dixon. So again, tactically, you let the team down because you isolated the right side of the field. There was no threat coming from the right side of the field. So Mexico got a chance to compact the middle of the park because going out to the right side, there was nothing coming from the right side of the field. When the ball is played ahead to a Reggae Boy, there was no support. It was always 2v1. 2 Mexican defenders versus 1 Jamaican attacker. 2v1. I've seen a lot of 2v1. There wasn't a lot of support play in others. Players are coming to support. They're not rushing forward, ganging up on the Mexican defense, trying to score a goal or trying to create chances, rebounds. Didn't see that at all. I asked in my pre-match review for at least 2 to 3 shots from the midfielders outside the 18-yard box. Didn't see that at all. Second half, the team came out with a lot more energy, a lot more understanding of what the game plan is and trying to execute it. Putting the Mexican on the back foot, pressing forward, creating a chance for Michail Antonio to score a header. It was just a hair offside. It was just a bit offside. And that goes back to the walking. A lot of walking. I've seen a lot of walking in the park. A lot of walking during the game. First half, second half, a lot of walking from our Jamaican players. A lot of walking. If Michail Antonio was jogging, even running, he would be able to get in and out before offside is called to be able to score that goal. It's clear that Michail Antonio and Shamar Nicholson playing together is not working. That's 2 games now we've seen it, and it's not working. tactical mistakes that was made from the coach. Make some substitutions that really didn't really didn't make any sense. Let's be for real. Made some substitutions that really didn't make no sense because we were struggling in those areas. We sat back a little bit too deep in the second half, giving the Mexican opportunities to shoot from outside the 18-yard box. They started to put pressure on Waite, looking for a rebound. Every opportunity they get, they realized they couldn't get inside the box because of the defense of the back four, back five at times. And they realized there was open space in the middle of the park where Casey Palmer and Bobby Reed, where Shamar Nicholson and Demarai Gray is supposed to drop back to be compact. There was no compactness. They weren't compact. Therefore, the Mexican attackers were taking their shots outside the box. You're not letting us come in. We'll shoot from out here. We'll take our chances trying to get a second and a third ball off a rebound, off a ricochet, off deflections. And that's how they started to build their momentum and get back into the game. Mexican team started to stretch the Jamaican team, making the park 2 times the size of what it is supposed to be. Thus, the players are covering more grounds, meaning that you become more tired. Made some late changes in the game. 10 minutes to go is not it, coach. Coach, 10 minutes to go to put on your explosive players is not enough time. 30 minutes minimum. Give them a chance to work into the game, to get a rhythm with the rest of players that already got a rhythm on the field so that you can create chances. This team is way too talented to not create chances on goal. Legit chances. Legit chances. Crosses are being made, nobody on the end of them. Those are some of the things that I see during the whole entire game that I think can be cleaned up. We put ourselves in a very, very tight position, having to win the next game against a solid Ecuadorian team, a young, hungry Ecuadorian team who knows they made a mistake in the first game against Venezuela, being 10 men down, only losing 2-1. They're coming in even hungrier against both teams. Is must win. I repeat, both teams, Ecuador and Jamaica, the game against one another is a must-win game. Now, we've just put added pressure onto ourselves because we took on the mighty Mexico and we lack trust and belief in one another that we can beat the Mexican team. We lack trust and belief on the field, in the coaching staff, that we can beat Mexico. And the reason why I say that, because it's the job of the coach to psychologically, mentally, emotionally prepare your team to beat a team they think is way better than them, or a nation that has always beaten them. It's the job of Coach HALLGRIMSSON and his coaching staff to do their due diligence and show the team the areas in which they can exploit this Mexican team. Give them the belief that they can do it. Give them the trust that they can do it so they can go out there and execute it when that whistle blows. We're very bottom heavy. We're very bottom heavy in the first game. Very bottom heavy. In other words, we played very well on the back line, but the other part of the park, we didn't really get as much as we needed to. You got players communicating on the pitch, asking for help. Hector asking Palmer for help. Dixon is trying to implore the team to come on, pick up the energy, let's go. A lot of, bickering on the field about, you're supposed to be in this position. You didn't come back enough. You didn't give me the ball. The service has been terrible. I don't want to see my strikers having conversation with the wingers or the midfielders about where the ball should be. You should know where your striker likes the ball. When he's making his run, you should know where he likes the ball. You should know where he likes the ball, whether it's in the air or it's on the ground. You should know where he likes the ball. Whether it's spin on it, whether it's pace on it, put him in a position to succeed. That is your job. And I didn't see that. Smash the like button if you reach this far in the video. Please hit the like button. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. Not $1 or a cent. Just a click. Hit that like button, man. If you enjoy the content and you want to be a part of the Next Up Sports Talk family, subscribe to the channel, man, because we got a lot more coming your way for sure. And leave a comment below because I'd like to know if you agree or disagree with me on my post-match review of Mexico versus Jamaica. Solid game from Dexter Lambakisa, Greg Lee, Deshaun Bernard, Joel Latibaudiere, Ethan Pinnock, Bobby Reed, and Jamal Waite. For me, I felt like Casey Palmer, Shamar Nicholson, and Michael Antonio and Damari Gray could have did a lot better. They could have did a lot better than what they did. Dexter Lambakisa was covering a lot of grounds because we didn't really have a true significant right midfielder. He was covering way too much ground. Yes, he got the pace, and yes, he's young. But you need that build-up and that support from right back to right midfield ahead to our goal scorers, the ones who are going to put the ball in the back of the net. I didn't like the fact that I seen Antonio picking up the ball off Joel Latibaudiere. I didn't even want to see Bobby Reed picking up the ball from Deshaun Bernard in the back line. You want to be up the park so that you can create chances. But this whole entire thing for me is a lack of belief and trust in one another for the boys, especially between the midfielders and the forwards and the wingers. There got to be way more trust. There got to be way more trust between them that we can see. Don't tell me about it. Show me. I don't want to hear it. I want to see it. Let me see the trust. Let me see the camaraderie. Let me see the togetherness on the field. Let me see you trust in one another's skill set. Trust in one another's ability to create good chances and score goals. With so much talent, there got to be more togetherness. I don't see the togetherness, and I've said that more and over and over and over, togetherness. Don't get me started on the touch. Players' touch is poor during this game. Touch needs to be your first touch, allows you to make your next move your greatest move. If your first touch isn't good and you have to take 2 and 3 touches, that window to make that pass has closed. That window to take that shot has closed. Now you make mistakes. Yes, I'm passionate. Sounds like, yeah, I'm passionate, ladies and gentlemen, because I believe this team can do a lot better than what they are doing right now. And I'm not sure they believe in one another that they can do just what I'm saying right now. I wrote it down in the first half, and I wrote it down in the second half, and I wrote it down in the post-match press conference. They don't believe in one another. I heard Coach HALLGRIMSSON said it himself. Psychologically, they just couldn't get over the fact that they're playing Mexico and they're better than them. And that's a huge problem. Huge problem that needs to be addressed. But we definitely can go in and take 3 points from Ecuador. We let Mexico escape with 3 points. Their best player went down with an injury. and we let them escape with 3 points. We let them escape with 3 points. Now we got to take on a solid Ecuadorian team. And I hope the boys can believe in themselves and trust in themselves. They can do it. They can go out and they really can do it. But that's all I got for you in my Francis's post-match review. After listening to the press conference, watching the game keenly, taking notes, there's errors that can be fixed. There's better decision making that can happen. And I need to see more trust and belief and togetherness between the boys. Smash the like button if you reach this far in the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell more friends so we can all be friends. We can hear talk about the game that we love. Copa America. The Reggae Boyz are doing their thing, but they can do it way better than they've already done. Hit the subscribe button. Do we believe is the question in one another? Do we believe in one another to play well with one another, to share the ball with one another so we can have success that we're looking for together? I'm out of here. Peace.